morning,
Good morning.
everyone. Happy New Earth Day. Every day is New Earth Day.
Every day. Because all there is days.
And now.
Now.
So, I wanted to do a video about the I Ams. So important when we wake up in the morning, whether you're doing meditation or you're coming in. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, my favorite family. Oh, I love all my family. But, I'm so happy to have you on. Good morning. So, I want to share something actually that happened. I was woken up during the night and something came over me, and I started, basically, I've been at 0 point. I've been at a stillness state for quite some time now, over a year. And so something really kind of interesting happened in the night.
Hello, Ma.
I was woken up by essentially what I call the satellite and or energy that's free will. And I started thinking, and it was thoughts that were not mine. And I want to share this because if this is happening to you, the I am affirmations bring you right back to that state of being. So when these thoughts started to come in that I knew were not my thoughts, I use the I am. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am secure. I am worthy. I am grateful. I am blessed. I am courageous. I am strong. I am love. And it works. It really, really works. It brings us right back to the present. And how the I ams work, at least for me in my experience, the I am replace the subconscious thought. So I'm not experiencing the machine. I do call it the machine. I call it a free will energy. It's not from spirit. It's it's an energy that's not like a flowing waterfall. And I practiced and have been through this New Earth and Ascension training, and now I am to a place, and I'm very, very grateful, and I'm so happy to be able to share this so that others can come into their state of being, the state of the present tense, which is a 0 point, meaning I have no thought in the future or the past. So, and the way that I got here was the I am affirmation, and it's so beautiful, and it's so powerful, and it works.
And it's a feeling. So a lot of times we get these affirmations and we're just saying them potentially and not stopping, stopping for a minute, taking a breath and feeling how the affirmation feels in the body. Now, I know Grace has been doing this for so long that it's automatically programmed in, like her system just gets it. When she says I am, it is. She's been operating off this for so long, but I remember when I was first starting, it takes a while to deprogram the old programming, and the old programming has to come down for the new ones to kick in. And at first, it is a process. It requires effort, and then it becomes effortless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they wanted me to talk about the negative feedback loop. The negative feedback loop is in the solar plexus, and what this operated on was, again, ego, scarcity, karma, things of that nature. So I really recommend doing fasting. Like, I'm fasting for 3 days to really cleanse and clear the body, because it really works. And Nick.
Yeah, the mantras. So this is another thing. We're constantly running solfeggio frequencies in the background, mantras. So we're keeping that vibration constantly active in whatever means necessary. So that's kind of the key, is that vibration. And a lot of times at sleep, when we go to sleep, the subconscious system can turn back on, the backup systems. We could get signaled from other people in the same household because we're tuning into that frequency, because there's a collective, consciousness that's kind of always running in the household that you're in, or the city, the world. It all depends on at what level you're tapping into these frequencies. And we've decided to tap into the entire cosmos. So there's a lot of information there. A lot of frequencies to tap into.
Yeah, and thank you, Rob, for bringing this up, because how I understand it is called the noosphere.
Yeah.
Noosphere.
Yeah.
and I call it the Cosmic Highway. It's really cool. It is a really powerful frequency. I don't know how to explain it from like a scientific level. All I know is that I call it the Cosmic Highway, and it almost feels like a wave. Like if you're at the ocean, it's like a wave of energy, and this wave is it's just conscious. It's a frequency. It's very angelic. It's elegant. So I'm open from the crown up, and that is how I tapped into it. And it's a really, really beautiful feeling, and it's providing me so much information about ascension, about New Earth. I'm definitely dialed into other dimensions, other planets. I actually can see New Earth with my left eye, and somehow I activated this. It happened organically, and apparently, I don't know. It's like I'm so used to it. I don't know any
I've
different.
seen it, so I have had a moment, where I had an altered state of consciousness experience where literally I could see through the walls and could see the whole illusion and the hologram. So I've had these states. So I've experienced what Grace is permanently experiencing, basically.
It's permanent. And sometimes it's not always the funnest thing, let me tell you, being on this planet, but I love it. Nick, thank you so much. Very, very much connected to the Buddha, too. Nick, I'm glad you brought this up because part of our course, and I don't mean to just kind of go on for tangents back and forth, but it's prevalent information. I went through the initiation process, and recently I integrated Dhyani Buddha energy. And this is something that we're going to provide in our course that we are creating now and have been for some time, but we really are creating it. And thanks to Robert and the rest of the team. The initiation process in which we're integrating their energies. Now, everyone's path is different, but if you are choosing the path of ascension and, you want to integrate these wonderful, beautiful energies, this is something we're going to provide to you. And I'm so grateful. And, Robert can share that, even though I'm saying that I've integrated this, it may, you're hearing that I'm just saying it's happened, but he's been with me. He's actually experienced it, that every time I go through initiation, I actually talk about it because I want to share, it's an experience. But, ascension is definitely a path, and I chose a fast track. So I chose to integrate very galactic and Buddha energies at a very, very fast pace. But yes, Mama Stern, frequency, yes.
It's all, it's all just frequencies and the density level that we're tapping into, and what's been hidden from us, what they didn't want us to know was how far we could tap in. They gave us a limited band of information and told us this is what's available, and we believed it. And there's actually, like, if this is what's available and the whole entire house is, it's really infinite, so it never stops. But there's this mind control, system that we've been programmed with, that a lot of us have worked on deprogramming, that are here watching, just so you can even get on this frequency to understand. But have compassion, for those around you, because they're still believing that this is only what's available. And we've all expanded our consciousness, and we're constantly expanding. It's infinite. So there's so much out there that we don't know that's available, or because we believe only this is available, we limit ourselves to what is actually available, and it's infinite. You are infinite. We are infinite. So question everything. Really tune in and be. The biggest gift you can give yourself is to get yourself into a relaxed state at all costs, because the system, the machine, the false matrix system, its whole purpose feeds off your energy. So if you're constantly feeding it with your energy and you never get to a relaxed state, then you're just going to be in there, and they got you endlessly. But once we get to that relaxed state, we open up different parts of our being to communicate with more information that's available, and so we can tune that to source information and meditate and really get these downloads. And so that's what happens. Like, Grace is tapped in, and she gets these downloads, which are vibrational in nature, light coded information, which then integrates into her being and changes literally the frequency of her body. Like I can feel it when, when she transfers these informations, these activations, you can feel it in the holding of hands. It's an energy. And even myself, I've had that experience where, I'm activating other light beings just because of the frequency and the vibration that is being emitted from this vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert. And mind control is a real thing. I know this only because I was at some point in my life born, and I remember being born and knowing that I was a psychic even then. But of course, whatever happened, our souls were taken. My soul was taken, and I went back to sleep. But during the awakening process,
Yeah.
now I know the difference. There is a difference, and it is a very machine-like feeling, and it was on the left side. So it's like almost like a heavy metal kind of feeling. So now, with the heart being open, now my vibration is more in the heart. And again, so I have the divine mind. So my left and right brain are operating as one. There's no more separation in it. And again, the logic, the thinking, sorry, but it's not real. Logic and thinking is the machine. It's a machine, and it's a satellite. I don't know where this thing is. I call it the eye in the sky. The song that I like to reference to, that I feel that they were trying to tell us a long time ago, is the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Why? Because that signal is going to what is called the midbrain. It's an actual physical, attribute in the brain. That signals addiction.
And there's this, so there is signal, but via satellites and other Gwen towers, etc. So investigate if any of these things are keying. Google this when we get up. There's these Gwen towers, 5G. There's a ground wave emergency network that is literally sending out a constant signal. Research, MK Ultra. There's a lot of technologies that have been around for quite some time to signal parts of the brain and the mind. They've been able to, there's so much information. If any of this is interesting, just ping us. We'll get you whatever you want to know. But do your research and find out. But the signal's actually out there being emitted, and if we're not aware of it, then we can't, say it has no power over me.
Oh, perfect, Robert.
So
yes.
it's you only once we get that awareness do we have that moment where now we can have a power over whatever it is that's getting us, whether it's a relationship, a ticket, if you're hungry, even like you're fasting right now. So the body says, hey, I'm hungry, and I'm aware of that, and I can say you have no power over me.
And the craving only lasts 30 seconds. So my body's saying, Grace, I'm hungry, and then I'm saying, no, you're not. And it not even, well, for now it's a little bit more easier, but
boom, yeah, there you go.
It,
thanks for that link. I can't see who posted it, but the information is out there. And so just know that this stuff is going on. It's nothing to be afraid of or scared, because we're.
But knowledge is key.
Yes.
Knowing it is key, and
Yeah.
I can actually hear the frequencies coming.
And the discernment. So when that voice comes in, like we can tell that's that signal that's intercepted, our brain pattern, and then fed it back to us, with a similar idea, changed a little bit different, but it's the same frequency. It's a feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so, something just came up too. Yeah, the left mind is reptilian brain. Yes! Thank you.
Yeah.
It's true. Left brain was reptilian.
So we want to get to whole brain, and you can, brainwave technique. There's brainwave entrainment headphone music you can listen to that, both of us have used. Joling Bajo R.R. Susu.
Oh, yeah. Joling Bajo R.R. Susu mantra. Yes, thank you for that confirmation. That left brain, the midbrain, and the left was program. Thinking is not how we operate from the heart space. So, look forward to our course coming out very soon in relation to awakening, ascension, and all these wonderful things. And we love you all so very
so
much. And have a wonderful, blessed day. Do the IMs as much as you can.
Happy New Earth Day.
Happy New Earth Day. Love you. Bye.